Hey guys, it's Ray. I've turned this minivan into a fully loaded off-grid adventure machine. But just how much weight have I added?
On top, this thing is stacked. 4 crossbars, a 6-foot Thule roof box, solar panels, propane tanks, more gearboxes, a privacy shower tent, and a massive 270-degree awning. Back here, I've got a swing-out cargo carrier packed with a generator, 2 5-gallon buckets, a stepladder, a camp chair, and more.
And that's just the outside.
Inside, it's next level. A folding sofa bed, a portable kitchen with running water, a butcher block counter with stove and air fryer. Yes, really. Plus a microwave, side storage, under storage, tote storage, food storage, 16 gallons of fresh water, a whopping 2,700 watt hours of lithium power, and even a hidden toilet because, you know, nature calls.
But wait, there's more.
See what I did there? Add another 200 pounds for me, plus the cabinets, platforms, and wood framing holding it all together.
So how much weight have I added to this rolling overland tank?
Let's just say my suspension might have opinions about it.
But seriously, how much does it all weigh? And is it even safe to drive? That's what we're finding out today. Buckle up. If you've seen my other videos, you know I care about safety and you know I'm pretty detail oriented. So of course I know what everything in here, up there, and back there weighs. No matter what kind of vehicle you're in, a truck, a car, a camper, even an RV, there are 2 things you need to know. 4, if you want to tow something, or have a hitch-mounted cargo carrier.
Payload capacity, roof capacity, towing capacity, and tongue weight. First, payload capacity. This is anything and everything you add inside, outside, on top, or on the hitch. That includes the physical build and the weight of people, gear, supplies, and pets.
Next is roof capacity, and there's 2 types. There's dynamic and there's static. Static is how much weight your car can hold while it's sitting still like this. But if you're a nomad, dynamic is the one you need to worry about.
Dynamic capacity is how much a vehicle can support when it's in motion. This includes racks, rails, crossbars, hardware, mounts, gearboxes, the gear inside those boxes, awning, solar, anything added to the roof.
You're also limited by how much weight your crossbars can hold. These Thule crossbars are top of the line and they're rated for 220 pounds for a pair. Since I have 4, theoretically, that means I could carry 440 pounds of gear on these crossbars. But not on this minivan.
My dynamic roof capacity is 165 pounds. Check your owner's manual or call the manufacturer to find yours.
So full disclosure, all of this stuff I've added up here has put me over my roof's weight limit. So I'm about to redesign, remove, and simplify the whole setup. If you plan to tow anything, you're going to need to know your towing capacity and your tongue weight.
My max towing capacity is about 2,500 pounds, and a safe tongue weight is 10 to 15% of your towing capacity. So that makes my max tongue weight around 375 pounds.
But you also have to factor in the class of your hitch. I have a 1¼ inch class 2 hitch. It's only rated for 350 pounds of tongue weight, which means I have to keep everything in that box under 352.
Too much tongue weight can overload your vehicle's tires and rear suspension, and it can lift weight off the front wheels, leading to instability.
Because I have that cargo carrier back here, plus 2 power stations and a 7-gallon water tank over here, I wanted some extra support.
I installed a Timbren brand suspension enhancement system to prevent my rear end from sagging. The install is easy, no special tools required. You just need a floor jack. But this is important. These can prevent sagging and improve the ride and handling of your rig, but they don't increase your cargo carrying capacity. You could also add heavy-duty springs or airbags if necessary, but for me, this was enough, especially considering I had already removed the 50-pound third-row seat. A lot of people will take their rigs to a professional weigh station to get the current weight during and after the build process. I take a different approach.
I use this bathroom scale and the Notes app in my phone to keep track of everything that I put into the rig. For example, when I got these propane tanks, I got them filled up and then I stepped on the scale. Here it says that I weigh 222 pounds. Then I step off the scale, I put down the tank or whatever I'm trying to weigh, then I step on the scale again and I'm at 200 pounds. I need to work out. Anyway, then you just do the math, 200, 222, that thing weighs 22 pounds full.
Is it scientific and exact? Nope. But is it good enough? Yep. And here's another tip. Anytime you weigh something, round up to the next pound, even if it's just a little over. Say it's 4.1 pounds. Let's call it 5. Do that for everything you add to the build, and you'll have a nice buffer by the end. I also weigh anything I take out of the van. That was the first thing I did. My 2 middle seats weigh 50 pounds each, and my 3rd row seat weighs 50. So that's 150 pounds I can add to my payload capacity. Yay, we're finally ready for the weigh-in. We're going to do this in 3 sections: cargo carrier, inside, and rooftop. I'll keep our running total on the screen right here. First, the cargo carrier. The box itself weighs 52 pounds, and the swing-out frame it sits on is 48, so we lose 100 pounds right there. Here's what's inside. The generator is 47 pounds, the camp chair is 14, the stepladder is 12, the folding toilet is 5, the rug is 4, one 5-gallon bucket has my tools in it, it's 25 pounds, and the other one is 10 pounds. It holds trash bags, wipes, and extra toilet paper, and add another 5 for motor oil and coolant. So our hitch weight total is 223 pounds. Now let's tally up those awesome interior amenities. Let's start with the heavy stuff. The folding sofa bed weighs 78 pounds in total. That's 35 for the frame, 33 for the hinged platform, and 10 pounds for those comfy cushions. The DIY kitchen sink box weighs 50 pounds, which includes the removable spice rack and 24 pounds for the water. The custom toilet weighs 30 pounds all in. That includes the wood box, the seat, the diverter, the bucket, and the liquids tank. There's another 150 pounds in the trunk, 62 for the big power station, 22 for the small one, 56 for the 7-gallon water tank when it's full, plus another 10 pounds for other storage. The butcher block countertop with hinges is 20 pounds. The microwave is 22. The wood floor weighs 60. Add another 50 pounds for the microwave box and rear cabinet. Add 20 for my DIY camper table. The vertical side storage units weigh 15 pounds apiece, and speaking of storage, add 20 for dry food storage in the baskets under the sofa, and another 20 for canned goods and other food. Add 60 for my 4 red top storage totes. They average 15 pounds each. The fridge weighs almost 40, and at times it holds up to 30 pounds of food. And finally, add 100 for my TV, air fryer, inverter, fuse panel, 2 camp stoves, water kettle, CPAP, and anything else I'm forgetting. And that's about it. So 780 pounds inside. And finally, for that overweight roof, the awning is 70. The solar panels weigh 50 pounds. Front gearbox weighs 25 pounds. It's got jumper cables, extension cords, and rope in it. As we saw earlier, the propane tanks weigh about 22 each, so that's another 44, but only when they're full. This back gearbox is just 5 pounds. I keep it empty for trash when I pack out. The shower tent awning is 20. And finally, the Thule roof box. It weighs 31 pounds empty, and since I added the propane, I don't carry anything in it anymore. So that's a total of 245 pounds. Let's call it 250. Oof, man, that's a lot.
This is the problem.
And speaking of this Thule roof box, see my 10 regrets video to see why I don't recommend this one. Now let's tally the subtotals. We've got 780 inside, 223 for the cargo carrier, and 250 on the roof. Yikes. That's 1,253, and we need to add another 200 pounds for me, bringing our current payload to 1,453 pounds. But what's my official maximum payload capacity? Drum roll, please. It's 1,500 pounds. Yay! We're under by 47 pounds, but we also get to subtract 150 pounds for the extra seats we took out, so we're actually under max capacity by almost 200 pounds. I also want to mention how important weight distribution is. I've tried to balance the weight as best I can from side to side and from front to back. Here's how that breaks down. Up top, the awning is 70 pounds on the passenger side. I counter that on the driver's side with the front gearbox at 25, the propane tanks at 22 each, and the shower tent at 20. The solar panels weigh 50 pounds and lay flat in the center of the roof. All in all, it's pretty balanced. Inside, I add 200 pounds to the driver's seat. I counter that on the passenger side with 50 pounds of water on the floorboard, 2 15-pound totes on the seat, and the 50-pound sink box right behind that. The toilet box, countertop, microwave, cooler, and water tank on the driver's side balance nicely with the sofa bed and big power station on the right. As we've seen here today, I haven't always been under my goal weight, but I do keep tabs on it and I do adjust. I'm under my payload limit, but my roof is really overweight. So I need to address that in the very near future.
And just remember, when you're weighing your stuff, it doesn't have to be exact. It's okay if you're off by a couple of pounds here or there because you're not going to overbuild, right? Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.